Okay, Clubhousers, we are back with part 2 of the video about rad women, and we're kicking off our story traveling to the country of Brazil. Okay, vamos a Brasil. We are going to Brazil. We are going to Brazil to meet Marta. Okay, Marta is the greatest female soccer player in the world. And if you didn't know that, now you know. Okay? And I will be asking some questions about the stories during our lifetime. So make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper and write these questions and comments that you might have about the stories that we read down. Because I'm going to be asking. Okay? All right, so here we go. Marta said, I might have been small, but I was a tough little girl. Okay? Wow. Let's go. A dried up riverbed instead of a grassy field, wadded up plastic bags instead of a ball, rough boys who didn't want to play with girls. This is how a small yet determined girl named Marta Vieira da Silva learned to play football. Football in English is what? Soccer, right? Okay. And it's how she became Marta, the greatest female soccer player in the world. People in the remote town of Dos Riachos, Brazil, gossiped about Marta, bothered that she wasn't playing with dolls. Her hardworking single mom told her to forget about football, but she couldn't forget. And she wouldn't stop playing El Jogo Bonito, the beautiful game. Soccer, the most popular sport in the world, was first introduced to Brazil by the British in the early 1900s. It quickly caught on, and by the 1930s, there were many women's teams. Then, a new president decided sports were bad for females. Has this president met some of the most rad elementary and middle school and high school and college females that I've met? No. We got to talk to this president one day, okay? So, he decided that sports were bad for females. In 1941, he issued a decree. Women will not be allowed to practice sports which are considered incompatible to their feminine nature. So this guy's basically saying, if you're a girl, you can't play sports. Girls aren't supposed to play sports. I think girls need to have a talk with this guy. This ban remained for almost 40 years until it was lifted in 1979, just 7 years before Marta was born. He got lucky. At just over 5 feet tall, Marta always had to play harder, faster, and smarter than the boys who doubled her. She learned how to dribble deceptively, be mentally tough, and go elbow to elbow with big defenders. I remember having to fight just to play, she says. Some of my teammates thought it was shameful to play with girls. She worked hard, becoming better than the boys, winning tournaments and the attention of coaches and scouts. At 14, Marta moved to the city of Rio de Janeiro to pursue her football dreams. She had no formal coaching, learning everything on the streets, but she was still one of the best players anyone had ever seen. With supportive coaches, she developed even faster and began playing for a women's team. But women's teams don't make much money, and the leagues often had to shut down. For years, Marta bounced around between Brazil, Sweden, and the United States, playing for different teams, scoring goals and dazzling crowds. She became known as the female Pele, and I hope you all know who Pele is. If not, you got some homework to do. After the best player of all time, Marta caught the world's attention during the 2007 World Cup. In a semi-final game against the United States, the 21-year-old performed a series of moves so dazzling, including scoring a goal, that the video of it went viral and was watched by millions. She was named the FIFA World Player of the Year for 5 years in a row, more than anyone, male or female, and as a member of the Brazilian national team, she has won 2 Olympic medals. Wow. Okay? So that's Marta. Rewatch this video, play it again, because I am so excited to talk about Marta one of these days on Zoom. Perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, perhaps Wednesday or Thursday, okay? Think about Marta. Be safe. See you soon.